Hi, everybody. Just very quickly, I wanted to show you something. I'm preparing some information for my next lesson, and I thought I would show you guys what I'm doing here. I have a list here of people's first and last names, and I want to change this to a last name, comma, space, first name format. And there's a few steps in Excel where we can do this. So let's take a look at how we're going to accomplish it. Here are my names. I can select them like this, or I can just click the B over the B column to highlight the entire column. And then up on our data tab, I'm going to go to text to columns. And then what I'm trying to do here, the first step is to get the last name and the first name into separate cells. And this is how we're going to do it. I'm going to click text to columns. I'll go into more detail on this whole text to columns thing in a future video, but for now, we do want to break these out by a delimiter, which is going to be the space between, for example, Alice and Davis, or Bob and Brown. So this delimited option is what we want. I'll click next. Now the delimiter is going to be the space between the first and last names. We're going to uncheck tab, and we have a space here. I'll click next, and you can see before I click next, it gives you a data preview. It's showing me what it's going to do. It's going to put all the first names in one column and all the last names in a second column. Click next. We don't want to do any special formatting with this. We're just going to leave it as is. We'll say finish. And here we go. Now it has taken the last name and put it into a separate column. That's step one. Now for step two, what we want to do is we're actually going to type a formula. We're going to recombine these in the order that we want. We're going to add that comma in there. So to do that, I'm going to click equals to tell Excel that I'm starting a formula. And I'm going to click the last name. And then I'm going to put an ampersand. Ampersand is basically the plus sign when you're talking about letters and strings in Excel instead of numbers. So think of the ampersand as like the plus cat. So here we're telling it, give me Davis, and then plus. Now, if you want to tell it to put a specific thing in a cell, you start with an open quote. We want a comma and a space, and then we're going to end the quote. Now we're going to put another and then finally, we're going to click on the cell for the first name. So what this formula is telling us is take Davis plus comma space plus Alice. And let's see what we get when I hit enter. There we go. That's exactly what I want. And then what I can do to copy this formula down is I can just drag it all the way to the bottom. And now it's doing the same thing for each person on our list. Now, one more important thing to note, this is still a formula. If you try to copy this and paste it somewhere else, like over here in column M, it's not going to give you what you want because the formula changes. So what I always do whenever I'm creating a string like this is I will copy, and then I'm going to right-click on all the affected cells, and I'm going to select this paste values option. So again, that's you right-click in the paste options. This 1, 2, 3 is going to paste the values. What that's going to do is it's going to get rid of the formula. So here we have C1 ampersand comma space ampersand B1. I'm going to paste special, and now the formula is gone and it has just pasted the result of what that formula was. So I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you soon.